Kelly here, and I am here with our awesome friend and patient Tracy, and she is here to tell us about how most of her family has been experiencing our amazing services here at Anderson Family Chiropractic. Do you want to say hi?
Hi guys, how are you? So glad to be here.
Awesome. So explain to us a little bit about how your family got started here at Anderson Family Chiropractic.
Certainly. Chiropractic has always been a part of our lives. Started in high school with a chiropractor and just wanted to continue. We had heard about Jay through a friend of ours, Dr. Jay, and so we decided to check him out. My husband started. He works close to here. This is not close to us.
Right.
We have quite a drive to get to Dr. Jay. But my husband was experiencing some great results, and we decided to visit Jay, Dr.
Awesome.
Jay.
So how long have you and your son been patients here?
Let's see. So my middle son, we have 3 children. My middle son and I, we've been coming now for, I think, about 4 months.
Awesome. So not a whole lot.
We came years ago when my son was younger. And then we just kind of got out of the routine. Life took over. And again, making that commitment to drive out here for us was a big commitment.
Right.
And so we just kind of fell off that. And then we started a couple months ago again.
Awesome. So what would you say were the main discomforts or pains that brought you and your son in?
For myself, I've experienced headaches most of my life, daily headaches. Nothing debilitating, not like migraines, but with a family of 5, my husband and I and 3 children, it's hard to be a good mom when you're dealing with a headache. It's really difficult to be patient. So I was taking a lot of pain medicine, and it just became excessive. So that needed to be addressed. My son has had severe reflux since he's been a baby. We tried chiropractics when he was little. He was colicky. And over the years, it's kind of increased and decreased, and so it was on the rise again, and so we decided to try the chiropractic route again.
Awesome. And how have you noticed differences now that you've been in the care for about 4 months?
About 4 months. For myself, the headaches are gone. It's been amazing. I haven't had to take any pain medicine in about 3 months, which has been huge for me. I will say I was probably taking it like candy to keep the headaches at bay.
Right.
And my son, we had gone the traditional medical route, trying antacids, different things. We're seeing an internist, trying to find out what the issue was. And the final diagnosis was to try a higher powered medicine. And we decided that we were done. It just was not helping. And so when we started him on the chiropractics, it has reduced his reflux by 70 to 80%.
Wow.
It was huge. And we're talking when the young man would eat something, it was like a trampoline, the way it was described. It would go down and just bounce back up repeatedly for like 15 times after he would eat something. So it was just something he's lived with, but
sounds miserable.
It was. We were concerned about the damage to his esophagus and just the internal damage. And just through the chiropractic care, it reduced it 70 to 80%.
That's amazing.
Huge.
That
huge for
awesome.
us.
So, how has it changed? How has your chiropractic care changed your day-to-day life? How is it better now?
Oh, I'm a patient person again. As patient as you can be with 3 children. But the energy level is there, because when you're dealing with the pain constantly like that, your energy is sapped, and just trying to get through the day and make it to the end of the day, it was horrible. And for my son, he's surprised. It's like, well, Mom, that didn't come back up. So there's it sounds a little dramatic, but the quality of life has been tremendous. I remember driving home the one day, I had the windows down and the music was going. It was like, I had such a sense of peace, such a wellness, that it was like, wow, you didn't realize that was missing from your life until you felt it again.
That's great.
It was phenomenal.
Awesome. So then, after having chiropractic care with us
Yes.
for a while, you decided to start in on our health and wellness program with Ariana.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes. So I had the headaches, but the other thing I've dealt with for many years since the birth of my children was low sugar issues. My blood sugar would drop. I knew that there was some gluten issues potentially. And so my husband was, Tracy, you need to talk to Ariana. Tracy, you need to, it's like, fine. And so I did. And I knew Ariana, loved her. Then I started working with her. And it's been phenomenal. Combining the chiropractic care, which we were obviously doing better, and now rolling it over into just a complete wellness package. The partnership between the wellness, the health and wellness, and the chiropractor, it's kind of like the frosting on the cake.
Yeah.
It has been tremendous. And so I included my son Spencer because the chiropractics were certainly helping, but we knew that there needed to be some dietary changes to accompany the chiropractic care.
Right. So how would you say Ariana's health and wellness services have changed your family's life?
Oh, changed it tremendously. When we first started with her, she get lots of literature to read. It wasn't overwhelming, but it was things you need to read and begin to know. So we start looking at organic food, taking out pesticides. It was incredibly overwhelming. I went home and just started reading. It was the thought of, I hadn't even met with Ariana yet. It was the thought of what we were embarking on. And I came into Ariana. I'm an emotionally charged person. It was like, I don't know what to do. And she said, calm down. Baby steps. Baby steps. Let's look at what's going on. Let's look at what we need to address. Let's figure out, let's take it one step at a time. And she just calms me right down. She's just a phenomenal person anyway. She's a tremendous personality to work with.
Absolutely.
I've just loved her personality. But it's the knowledge that she possesses that just adds to it. It's the whole bedside manner. And took us and said, let's find out what's going on. Let's see what symptoms. Let's address what you have and begin. This is a process. It's not a sprint. It's a race. It's a long distance race. And
right.
Let's find out what we need to address a little bit at a time. I was like, okay, we can do this. We can absolutely do this. And it's been amazing.
Awesome. So glad to hear that. So just what kind of advice would you give to anybody who maybe is nervous to come into a chiropractor, doesn't know about what chiropractic care is, or even the health and wellness side of things? A lot of it is looked at as kind of a voodoo kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So if somebody was nervous or considering coming in or coming to a seminar or any of it, what would you tell them?
I would try definitely research alternatives. We did try going the traditional, what you would call the traditional medical route, because I was surrounded by chiropractics. It was not scary for me at first. And I know a lot of people are. When we were taking our babies to chiropractors, they go, you take a baby to chiropractor? It's like, absolutely. Because there's so many toxins in our society. There's so many medications in our world. And it's not all good for you. I mean, medications certainly have improved the world, and there's a time and a place.
Absolutely.
However, our bodies are amazing, and they can repair themselves. I think one of my favorite things with Dr. J was, he said, I don't fix the problem. I fix your body so that your body can do what it needs to do. So when we tried the traditional medical route, and it wasn't working, to begin to find somebody. I remember when we first walked into Dr. J, and Spencer was much younger at that time and had this severe reflux. I was in tears. And when Dr. J, he said, well, this is a problem here, this is out. And it was like somebody was talking to me like, yeah, we got this. We can fix this. I was in tears because it's like, finally somebody can help me. And then when you begin to experience, I'm getting teared up just thinking about it now.
Yeah.
When you begin to experience the results, and it's such a healthier version, you're not looking at additional medications. You're not looking at additional, we had scopes, we had, medical procedures. And you are seeing results from something that is just so natural for the body. Try a chiropractor. You can do it a little bit at a time. Come to the seminar. So informative, so amazing. And Ariana did such a fantastic job and was like, wow, that was really cool. You come away with we want to go to additional seminars, right, just to find out new things. At some point in your life, if you're experiencing something that the traditional medical field, what can it hurt? What can it hurt to give it a try? And then if you're already familiar with chiropractics, you know how amazing it is. And Dr. J and Ariana are such a phenomenal partnership that will just complete your whole wellness package.
Awesome. So just one last question.
Yes.
I know you had mentioned that you guys don't live nearby.
We do not.
You drive about 45 minutes.
We do,
to get
40,
here
45 minutes.
each time.
Correct.
So what makes Anderson Family Chiropractic different?
What makes them different? Yes.
The millions of places closer to where you live.
We do pass lots of chiropractors on our way to get here. But when you first meet them, you are immediately put at ease. You are immediately, there's just such a personality to both of them that you immediately fall in love with. But then you talk with them and there's a wealth of knowledge that they're just supercharged to share with their patients. When they want to know how you're doing, when they truly, whatever you need, okay, well, let's try this. It makes, and there's a comprehensiveness about their care. The thoroughness of Dr. J, from your first evaluation to your follow-up to here's your progression, and he's showing that to you in a very clinical way. And that is tremendous, and that's what's made it worth the drive. That starts you on the path, and then when you start seeing results, when you start seeing the amazingness that your life can be, it makes you want to continue coming. Oh, and don't forget the staff. They're just as awesome as the rest. The helpfulness of the staff, because you can have a great doctor, but if you don't have a support team to go along with it, we all have been in that doctor's office with a horrible secretary, and the completeness of the Anderson Family Wellness and it truly is a family event. Whether you're official family or honorary family, it's a complete package.
Most of our patients are honorary family.
Yes.
And I can say from experience, one of the reasons that you guys experience the awesome staff care is because we love our jobs and we love our bosses.
Yes.
So if you're looking for somewhere to go where...
this is the place to be.
Absolutely. And even if I didn't work here, I would say
Kelly
that.
can take care of you.
I sure
Trust
can.
me.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Woohoo! Make it happen.